first year of our war there. He was on his way home. He was supposed to be on the first flight going home. There were 2 flights of soldiers going home. He was going to go home to celebrate his mother's birthday. He found out that on the second flight, was leaving later with someone whose wife was delivering. He was going to be a father. And he said, I'm going to switch places with you so that you can get home, and I'll get on that second aircraft. He didn't have to do it. He got on the second aircraft, and that second aircraft was shot down. He was lost. She lost her son. And here she is. When I think about just the strength and it took for her to get out of bed each and every day, could you just imagine? And there she is, serving people. And she said, I'm passionate about others. Right? See, you and I, all of us, regardless of what age we are, I believe that we're built to be of service, to show compassion, to help people. And we all got to remember is that we're never going to get the best of Greer, never going to get the best of South Carolina unless they get the best of us. So be passionate about service. Second thing I would say to young people, be optimistic. Be optimistic in everything you do and everything that you do going forward. Right? Buddy Bent died last year at 103 years old. He was my neighbor. He was the most optimistic person I ever met in my life. When he was 17 years old, he quit school to join the Army and landed at D-Day +2 in Normandy. And he fought his way across Europe. In the Ardennes forest outside of Germany, he was captured as a POW. At that time, it set a record for temperatures in Germany. Now it got to below 52 degrees. He was in a holding tent. He took his boot off, and his boot froze. And he could never get his boot back on at that temperature, and his German captors didn't care. He literally experienced his foot freeze off in front of him, but he escaped on one foot, came home on one foot, became a postman. Worked for the Postal Service all these years and just had a tremendous career. But he lived through that. 2 things he used to tell me that made me always feel good. He said, I would come home and I would probably be in a bad mood or something. He'd see me out. He'd say, is everything okay? I said, no, got a lot going on. He said, remember, he said, for every pile of horse manure you see, look around. There might be a pony you could ride. Isn't that pretty cool? Right? And the second thing is I used to ask him, I said, if you could go back and do it again, what would you do different? If you had the chance. And this is a man, again, experienced a limb of his body freeze off. He said, if I had to do it all over again, to be the American I am, to be the father I am, to be the citizen I am, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. See, be optimistic. Be optimistic, because that's contagious. That's contagious. It's always important. The third thing you may recognize this is everybody knows the movie, right? Be the Scarecrow, be the Tin Man, and be the Lion. What do I mean by that? Talent is not enough. Brains are not enough when you go out into this world, right? If you look, character and leadership go hand in hand. It's essential in the boardroom, just like it is in the battlefield. I would tell you that you must be a leader of character. And what is that simply? Having the wisdom, having the heart to care, and having the courage. And courage is that one characteristic that all the other values build on. Right? So I tell people all the time, be the lion, be the Tin Man, and be the Scarecrow. The last thing I would tell you is look to the flag. And what do I mean by that? For 26 years, I had the privilege of working for the Honorable Saul Watt Jr., United States District Judge in Charleston. The day I found out I was going to deploy to war with Iraq, Judge Blunt called me to his chambers. He said, I want to tell you a story. He said, 1945, I was an ensign or a lieutenant on a ship when the Japanese surrendered. My captain called me to the bridge of the ship and said, he handed me the American flag, and there were some Marines there, and he said, your job is to go to that island. There was an island that they were parked right off. You're going to get on this boat, you're going to go over there, and you and that party, that grounding party, you're going to go raise the flag in a flagpole, because there's Japanese soldiers there, and they know that they've surrendered, but you need to go raise that flag. So Judge Black gets his flag. The Marine Party, they land on the beach. When they land on the beach, they found that there was a brigade-sized element of the Imperial Japanese military. 6 Marines, Lieutenant Blott, and over 2,500 Imperial Japanese soldiers. Their clothes were tattered, they were malnourished, they had weapons, had a defeated look, had an angry look on their face. And they're standing between Judge Blott and this flagpole that he has to go raise the flag. Judge Blott told me, he said, Jeff, he said, I figured we'd just shoot me dead. He said, but I had the flag in my arms. He said, and I held that flag to my chest. He said, I started walking to that flagpole, and I didn't skip a beat. He said, I kept my chin held high. He said, I was scared, but I had the flag. And they saw the flag, and as he got closer to the flagpole, the Japanese soldiers parted. And he goes to the flagpole, he gets ready to raise the flag, and the Japanese commander in Japanese calls the Japanese soldiers to attention. True story, 1945. He said, Jeff, again, they would have shot me dead, but the flag protected me. He put his hand on my knee, and he said, the flag will protect you too. And what do I mean by that? So young people, as you venture out into your lives, you venture out into a world where we're at odds sometimes on what we think our national purpose is, and there are differences of opinions and differences. I would tell you this: let's all look to the flag and the principles that it stands for, right? And that's freedom, justice, love, liberty, national purpose, right? And if we look to the flag and look to those principles, the flag will protect you too. So those are just 4 things I would offer to you young people, and just tell you that the future is yours. Don't listen to anybody my age telling you that you can't do it. The future fighter, you're more ready than I ever was, right? And you're going to do great things. So again, I want to thank for the opportunity to speak. So I ain't really many young people here today, and I love our future. I love where we're going. You have it, and to the leaders of Greer, thanks for what you're doing in a great city, in a great part of the state. That things are happening. And if the National Guard is ever do anything for you, if you ever do anything for the city, please let us know. Thanks for letting me talk for a few minutes, and thank you for letting me to be with you.